The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
More serious subject, the Islamic Jihad. You know, Bernard McGurk and Greg Gutfeld. This is serious because I want you guys on the record. Most of our contributors have been. Gutfeld, why do you think that the Obama administration is so reticent to really deal with the issue head on? Is it a smart strategy not to inflame Muslims who, you know, are in the middle? I think that's what they are worried about.
Well, you know what he reminds me of? When, you know, in these TV shows where there's a marriage counselor who always takes sides with one partner, even though he knows that the partner has a problem. That's how he is with Islam. He will always continue to defend Islam, even though perhaps there's an issue going on there. And the other side, which is America, is going like, hey, what about us? What about our concerns? He is intent on separating Islam from terror, which is basically, you know, blaming rubble for an earthquake.
You can't do it, but I think that the strategy that he is imparting, McGurk, is that we all know really what it is, wink, wink. Why tee these people off further over there when we might be able to get the help from, say, the Turkish prime minister? Why put it in his face?
Why offend the Muslims that might be able to help you?
Help us,
and why help the ISIS people recruit more idiots by legitimizing them into the Muslim world by saying it's a Muslim thing? It's a combination of things. He definitely has a soft spot in his heart for the Muslim world, given his background. There's no doubt about that.
Well, he was in Indonesia as a child, and his father is a Muslim, was a Muslim, he's dead now. He was educated in some Muslim-based schools.
Right, and that's all.
But you don't believe he is a Muslim?
No, not at all. No.
There are people who do.
Look, I think the reason for the anger here, like some on the right are doing everything but calling him an anti-Semitic terrorist sympathizer. That's what they're doing. And the reason part of that is because his attitude, his behavior. He like the guy gets his head cut off, and then his behavior.
To play golf.
He goes to play golf, and then the week the Egyptians get their heads cut off, the Christians, he goes out and he says, don't get on your high horse. And he starts talking about the Crusades. That's outrageous.
There's been a lot of rhetorical mistakes.
And also the fact that he won't send a substantial ground force over there to fight them.
Well, they have no plan. They have no plan at all.
But they shouldn't, because those guys are surrounded by a bunch of countries who are existentially threatened
a long time
by
ago.
ISIS. And so why should we send our guys?
Should have a plan a long time ago. ISIS never should have been allowed to conquer thousands of miles of territory.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.